Hi Leo, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your free flowing intuitive reading, my friend. So please take it as it resonates. Um, Use your knowledge, use your judgment when you are, you know, whatever. I mean, yes. Okay. So Leo, we got this card. The first card we got this Laum. I feel it's a number three. It's a very creative energy, but I feel like there is a beaten up kind of energy I'm getting. And I'm getting maybe, not maybe, I'm getting many of you, have a prominent creative outlet that you like to express yourself, or, just to let that part of you out and communicate with others through the form of creativity. It can be anything. And I feel like that you you have been feeling a little beaten up, like it feels like your work is not is it's kind of not it's not it's not reaching out to people. I'm not talking about fame here, I'm talking about people, the way you intend to reach out, in the way you want to communicate, the way you it feels like that there is like how can I explain this? It's not that you're looking for some kind of like a garish way of fame. It's a more of a, you feel that you feel beaten up. If you are an artist, if you're a creative person, you know what it means by feeling beaten up. You feel like you feel like that you work on something, you try to communicate something through your in whatever way, whether through your channel or whether through your painting or words or craftsmanship, some kind of workshops or whatever you do, you feel like that it's not really reaching to where it should. So there is like that kind of but you are very is those things, those things, yes, it does sometimes hit you in a way, but I don't think it's like you are very very positive. you are like you are like, this is a process, this is a journey, you take it as a journey, you don't do anything for outcome. Okay, I'm just gonna do this for this much of money, I'm gonna do this for this much of viewership, I'm gonna do this for this much of fame, like that kind of, I feel like you are pretty, you do it for the love of the craft, you do it for the love of the craft. And now you are in a position where you feel like that you still have all this inspiration, all this vigor. You are like always thinking about how, what would be the next, like how you gonna expand yourself, how, what kind of new techniques you're gonna involve, what kind of new way of you are gonna communicate, or what kind of new way you are gonna present itself. It's like all this thing you are always thinking about, your head is always wrapped in this dream, this how to achieve that, how to make it more meaningful to you through this creative process. It's not for anybody else, meaningful to you, so that it can be meaningful to people who are getting in contact with this work that you are doing. So there is a lot of understanding of this process. You understand down or up in a very nice way. It's not like that you are completely fascinated by success, that when that immediate success or immediate fame or immediate recognition doesn't happen, you feel like that you don't feel like that you oh my god, I'm a failure and all that. I don't think that external gratification you bother that much. That's a very atypical of Leo, because most of the Leos, like usual typical Leo energy is very much, they I'm Leo Moon, so I'm talking for, it's, there is no shade here. It's like it's like many time it can happen, especially in Leo Moon, Leo Sun, and Leo Rising, because it's so outwardly present. Sometimes external gratification, external validation becomes your source of inspiration. It's not that you look for, oh, look at this, how big I am. It's not like that. When you feel that other people are getting energized by what you do, it gives you back that it gives back that energy to you. So it's like a two-way traffic. But here it's like you want that energy back the way you want, but if you, even if you don't get with that scope, within that, like within, as per that scale, it does not really dampen your moral, it does not really dampen your courage or your inspiration. You are very lit up when it comes to your creativity. And you, yes, you have been beaten up, you felt like that, many time your like it completely misunderstood or unrecognized, kind of went by the, unnoticed and all that. And that did, it felt like that you have to work harder, you have to make more, like put more work into this, or do some kind of, bring out some kind of different technique or something like that. But it's your soul is still lit up. That's what I'm trying to say. You are very inspired inside. And as you are looking at it, then it comes this card, this honesty. And I'm really feeling like that you are looking at, you are in a, you are at a space, on in your life, where you feeling like that now you are gonna change your style of however you communicate your creativity. I feel like there is gonna be a shift in your creativity, how you gonna communicate, and this time is gonna be very, very vulnerable. You wanna bring out the vulnerable side of you. You wanna bring it out on the spotlight. You wanna bring it out. With all this, you don't wanna talk about all this cerebral and sophisticated, like you are hiding behind your craft. You don't wanna hide behind your craft. You wanna bring yourself, your recognition of self, your representation of yourself. You want to bring it through your creativity. So there are going to be a lot of vulnerability, lot of, maybe you want to talk about subjects that are little hush hush about. Maybe you're going to talk about something new. Through your work, you're going to express yourself in the most honest and uttermost, like, vulnerable way. You are looking at it because 4 is also very Cancerian, home, root. And because you're feeling like that, like if you hide behind your work, then it's not really healing for you. It may get recognized by others. Of course, most of the work that we see in our world, in our society, is very much like there's a hide and seek going on. But I feel like you kind of really want to emphasis on vulnerability. Maybe you have strong eighth house space placement. Maybe you have moon in eighth house, or Mars in eighth house, or Mercury in eighth house, or Jupiter in eighth house, or some like a scorpionic and very watery energy here. So you really want to bring out that vulnerable side of you. But it's not like that you want to bring it out like your day-to-day communication. I feel like this is more of a, you wanna create something that kind of address that personal vulnerability, that address that lived experience, not like not like a alternative reality that we create through stories. Or you want to bring that, you want to merge imagination with lived experience. You want to bring all this vulnerability and reality, and like the nuances that, all this kind of starking contrast of life. Like you are changing the way you communicate, you are changing the way you address your creativity here. And as we are going along, we are getting this Geo the Slow. It's a very spiritual card, 43. It's 7 is very spiritual and very isolated card. Actually, you are focusing a lot on your understanding of life, like what you have learned from your life so far. What kind of ancestral knowledge are you carrying forward. So there is like a very that kind of ancestral knowledge that you are coming here. Hold on, they want me to stop. Yeah, yeah, as you are, maybe this vulnerable, they like being honest out in the public, not just putting up a show but really revealing the show. That's, oh, maybe that's a good title. Not, you are not trying to put up a show for your creativity so that people can see, you are revealing a show. And as it is very, it is a new process for you. If you, it's not going to be for everybody, of course. This is a very specific message that I'm getting. And it's like you want to communicate this creativity through this revealing, kind of almost like exposing, almost like revealing, like lifting up the curtain, showing off things that have been unseen, that have been hush hush, that have been pushed aside, like, and it is a little new for you. And you are, sometimes you get nervous, sometimes you feel like, what if that is not something that, maybe I'm not strong enough to really, because when you are putting yourself out there in such a vulnerable way, like with the honesty card, it's a very vulnerable place. People can reject you, people can accept you, and when people reject you, even if they are rejecting your work, but because it's so personal, it feels extremely personal. It feels like almost people are rejecting you as a person, because your creativity is extension of yourself. It becomes that intimate and that intricate and like attached. So you are very, sometimes you go through this kind of sense of nervousness. But this Geo the slow, then there is a wise voice in you that kind of tells you, but Leo, you already know, this, this is the way for you to attain this kind of sense of happiness, harmony, peace. It's kind of your inner voice of, is your spiritual knowledge, your inner spiritual knowledge calm you down when you feel this anxiety, when you feel that it is too vulnerable, it is too risky, it is too naked. And then you feel like, okay, now it gives you a sense of calmness, this Geo the slow energy. And you are not really talking and discussing this with everyone. There is a certain sense of privacy here that you want to maintain about your process here, about your new process. And how, and like, okay, they told me that even if it's not creativity, let's say you are not directly connected with artisan or any kind of craftsmanship that you kind of put out there in the world, it's like creativity, we all are creative, you just express differently. Some express outwardly so that other people can feel, some express in their daily lives that only people they are around can feel that. And maybe they will not even call it creativity, they will just call you, oh Leo, you being you. And that is so nice and warm, and I feel accepted through your words, through your kindness, through your gesture, through your action, through your thoughts, through your feelings. You make people feel alive, inspired, and that is equivalent of creativity, when you are bringing that part of out yourself and from others. We just do it differently in a different scale. And this Geo the slow is like really kind of reassuring you that this is the way you feel more nurtured, this is the way you feel more accepted to yourself. It is a very healing process for yourself to truly accept you, as you kind of open yourself up to the audience, open yourself up to the readers, open yourself up to the people, in a very authentic, genuine, vulnerable way. It gives you a sense of assurance. And then we get this whole back, look at this is 61 again, it's a 7 energy. So both are very spiritual. But there is a dichotomy here, like I sensed it before. Like you feel like sometimes maybe this kind of thought takes over your brain, that like you get very nervous, you just get cold feet, you just feel like, no, you are exposing too much. People gonna get to you, people gonna hurt you, people not gonna care, people just gonna know where you are, what makes you cry, what makes you tick, what makes you sensitive, and they are just gonna come and hit in that soft space. So it's a really like it's a very fear. I'm gonna get another card, but I feel like this card is not just only fear based, it's also trying to alarm you with something. Hold on, I'm not getting the entire message here. Let me get another card here. I also feel this is not necessarily entirely your energy, Leo. There is some kind of, I'm getting also this card, some kind of different energy that is mixed with this, that is mixed with this fear, that is mixed with this horror, this mixed with this, no, don't go there, don't even come here. So there is a resistance, there is a wall that has been created, that has been not, even if it's not created, that had been trying to be created. It's like, and I feel like you are almost like a byproduct of this fear. You feel like you are energetically feeling this fear, but this fear is not really originated from you. It's coming externally, coming from external source. Let me get into this card. The fairy's godmother. We got, oh my god, 25 again, 7. Leo, what I'm getting here, some of you, I heard some of you, not all of you, I think many of you have overcome this fear that has been imposed on you by others energetically. Maybe this subtle way kind of told you like how world is full of, like, I don't know, enemies and this and that all the time, dark thing, negative things, like every life is a battle. You have to fight with everybody, you have to save yourself from everybody is after you, that kind of negative talk. Even if they don't do it deliberately, by their action, by their subtle gesture, you kind of picked up on that, and it's kind of ingrained in you, that fear that world is a risky place. But you are opening up to the world in a different way now with the honesty. You feel like, no, if you show love, love will come to you. If you show your heart, people will be encouraged to show their heart as well. Because if everybody is guarded, everybody is feeling like other people gonna hurt them the moment they show themselves, then who is gonna be opening up? But if you are bold enough, if you are courageous enough, if you are brave enough to open your heart, then people will see, okay, there is a way to open one's heart and really show one's heart. And this, like this, like not fight against each other, like bringing people together, encourage, inspire each other, create, make world a better lit place, that kind of very positive, very very almost like a prophetic positive energy. And I feel like many of you kind of overcome that fear that has been inculcated in you through society, through family, through other friends, so many things. But like with the fairy god, godmother, here is what's happening. Many opportunities are coming to you right now. Leo, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open and ears open. Many opportunity, there is a lot of collaboration opportunity can happen if you put yourself out there. Don't lock yourself. And I feel like there is a little bit of doubt in there. You feel like, oh my god, is it a trap, is it a trap, is it a trap to put me down, is it a trap? Like there is a little bit of paranoia energy I'm getting here, Leo. There is a little bit of paranoia energy. You are feeling like, okay, maybe this apple is just an illusion, it's just gonna take me down. I'm getting actually, maybe you can have moon in 8th house or moon in Scorpio. It's like some kind of deeper fear is coming when it comes to vulnerability. At the same time, you're so ready to put yourself out there because that's the way you most feel nurtured. But with the thing, it feels like that, it's like very interesting opportunities are coming up. You feel like, okay, I'm getting into a new life, and then you feel like, okay, what if this is just a trick? What if this is, there is a lot of paranoia coming here, Leo. And it is making you, with the gotcha, it is making you a little stunted, a little stranded here. You are looking at all this, 64 is like a number one. It's like you feel that need to, like start something, not just sit on it, think about it, feel all these things. But what do you do with this energy? Start something, doing something, put yourself out there, create something, like you want to do something, you want to use this energy in a much more action oriented way. But then it feels like a little stranded because of this dichotomy that you are feeling within yourself. within yourself when it comes to opportunity, and how to embrace opportunity, and how to move through these opportunities that coming to you. And you are like, how is it a trick or is it a treat? It's like really it comes down to that basic. And you are looking at it, and as you are looking at it, the more you are looking at it, your spiritual awakening is happening. The more you are looking at it and thinking like, okay, what is it? And it's actually very nice energy I'm getting. The more you are thinking about, okay, is it a fear, is it a bad thing, is it a good thing, am I gonna be hurt, am I gonna be ridiculed, am I gonna be called foolish to put ourselves that they put myself out there in such a vulnerable way, such a honest way. And then the more you think about it, more you are looking at it, you feel like, the geo, the slow kind of energy, this energy is reassuring you that no, that's the only way to be for you. That's the only way to be totally honest. Your purpose, I really feel like whosoever is connecting is really like that. You need to be put yourself out there. You need to be bold in your communication. You need to be bold, like Aries in Gemini, like Aries in third house, or Gemini in first house, like that kind of energy. You need to bold. You need to be the leader, like that leadership quality within yourself, like it's. And Geo the slow is reassuring you that's okay. And more you are looking at it, more you are figuring out your spiritual label, like where you are spiritually, like how much depth you have acquired in order to really have like a staunch stability of yourself. And you are actually feeling much more good. More you just think about this thing. If you have not, if you are trying to push it aside because you are fearful, or because you have this kind of duality going on inside, if you just reflect on it a little bit, you are going to feel much more reassured and confident. Because I'm getting this, with reflection you are actually removing a lot of negativity. With reflection, more you think about it, more you look at it, like with the gotcha, like look at this, just look at this energy. More you look at it, there is a certain sense of calmness is coming. Even though this image can feel a little like a little shocking in the first glance, but once you look at their eyes and kind of settle in their eyes, you can feel that this person is actually getting comfortable with whatever they are looking at. It's not that they are running away. There is a sense of, I am staying here. They are not running away. It's not frigid energy. There is a fixed energy like Leo. So as you are looking at it, as you are reflecting on it, it's actually talking back to you and giving you reassurance that this is the way for you to go, and it's gonna be okay. You are accepting this challenge. And as you do that, as you getting into that energy, we are getting this absolute tabula rasa, like clean slate. It's like you are gonna start something very, very new. Whether you go through, whether you take the the new way of expressing yourself, whether gonna be based on your whether gonna be you're gonna put yourself out there in an honest, vulnerable way, or you are gonna be putting yourself out there in a more masked and more covered way. That's up to you. But whatever you do, there gonna be a new chapter when it comes to how you communicate your creativity and how you express yourself through creativity, through action, through communication, through craftsmanship, through your talent, is gonna be different than what you have been doing in past. Like, I'm not saying that all of you gonna go and be vulnerable. Most of you gonna be. But even if you choose to be different way, it's gonna be different from what you have been doing. So there is an absolute change in terms of how you express yourself through your craft is gonna happen. And then we have the footer. And what I'm getting there, again, this is 14, right? No, it's not 14, it's 13, right? Yes. 13, that's broken down to 4, which is again, look at that. How numbers speaks to each other. 13 broken down to 4 and honesty 4. Okay, so now it's reaffirming. Now it's a reaffirmation for you. If you're connecting with this reading, you are going to be choosing being vulnerable. and you are going to put your foot down in that. You are going to, I'm really talking to someone who is very active in their creativity, who can only express their emotion, their feelings, their thought through creative medium, because your thoughts are too deep for to just talk it out like like daily, day to day. Oh, what are you doing? How, like normal words does not hold the gravity of your feelings, because it's too deep. It needs to be, some feelings needs to be just needs to exist in the world in the form of poetry. There is no way you can just say it in a prose form and just normal blah 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 blah, blah in a series, like a linear way. So that's what I'm saying, like whatever you do, I feel like you are, if you're connecting with this, you are going to be committing yourself to your creative path. You are going to be doing a lot of creative work. This is not a person who is looking for right now like a deep like your focus is not really on personal connection or relationship right now. You are really focusing on your creativity and your expression, and through that expression you want to become more and more self, that align with you. And you are really putting your foot down, you are committing yourself, you're saying like, okay, this is my path for now, and I'm going to do everything to make it the way it connects with my soul. I'm not going to deviate from that. I'm going to put my energy, my hard work, my resources, my mind, my thought, my soul into it. So there is an absolute commitment that you are making with yourself in order to express yourself in a creative way, so that you can become more free and more yourself. Because the more you express which is aligned with your soul, the more you further nourish yourself, and that nourishment actually make yourself grow and grow and grow and grow as a person, as a spiritual soul. And you are going to be connecting with this honesty. You are not going to shy away from this, even though you are going through a lot of dichotomy right now, lot of back and forth, lot of confusion, lot of fear maybe, and not really feeling as like 100% confident, and this determination. I mean, no, determination is there, but there is like a, you know what I'm saying, there's a little oscillating energy here, but it's gonna be absolutely rock solid for you by the time this energy comes to you. I don't think it has come to you yet. Maybe it did, but I don't think it has. But I know, like, you are really gonna commit yourself to this form of creative expression. All right, Leo, I hope you get something out of it. And this is a perfect way to end year and getting into a new year of energy and really focus on this creative expression. I really feel like 2022, if you're connecting with this, is going to be absolutely amazing when it comes to your creative expression. If you are an artist, if you're a creative person in some way or form that interact with public, interact with people outside of yourself, it's going to be really, really satisfying for you, Leo. Alright, Leo, I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.